The LSU football program will send 6 players to this year's NFL Combine, which begins on Feb. 26 and wraps up on March 4 at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Projected first-round selections Devin White and Greedy Williams will have plenty of eyes on their showings, while running back Nick Brossette, tight end Foster Moreau, safety John Battle and kicker Cole Tracy will hope to make a big enough splash to catch the attention of NFL scouts and coaches. LSU's former players will also get a shot to work in front of scouts and coaches at LSU's annual Pro Day, which is slated for March 22. All draft-eligible players from the team's roster will be able to compete in the Pro Day in Baton Rouge. As we inch closer towards the NFL Draft, which runs from April 25 to 27, where are LSU's former players being projected? Over the past week, a handful of updated mock drafts have dropped, and Williams and White remain projected as first-round selections across the board. 247 Sports released its mock draft 2.0, and White checked in at number 4 overall, coming off the board to the Oakland Raiders. Collegiate officiating took LSU inside linebacker Devin White out of the equation for 2 halves this season. He was a leader for the Tigers' defense and productive every step of the way. He finished the most recent season with 123 tackles, 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles and 6 pass deflections. The Raiders are looking for an identity and some toughness. White can provide that at the next level. Meanwhile, Williams wasn't far behind, checking in at no. 9 to the Buffalo Bills. LSU cornerback Greedy Williams is a long, lean player. He can run stride for stride with the opposition. One issue with the cornerbacks in this year's class is that they do not display the willingness and aggressiveness to help out in the run game that was seen from Denzel Ward last year. Williams will fit in well next to former LSU cornerback teammate Tre'Davious White. Williams had 33 tackles, 9 pass deflections and 2 interceptions. CBS Sports analyst Pete Prisco released his updated mock draft, and he pegged Williams going at no. 5 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers but had White falling to number 20 overall with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They need to get help at corner to go with some of their younger players from last year. Williams will battle to be the top corner in this class, Prisco said. As for his take on White landing with the Steelers, they need to get better at inside linebacker and this kid can fly, Prisco said. He would be an immediate upgrade on a unit that needs him in a big way. NFL.com analyst and former NFL running back Maurice Jones-Drew offered up his new mock draft this week, and he was a bit lower on LSU's top 2 selections than the rest of the mock drafts that have popped up in recent weeks. Jones-Drew had White to the Steelers at number 20 overall, while Williams was slotted into the number 24 overall pick to the Raiders. The Raiders add a top-notch cornerback to help shore up the back end of the defense, Jones-Drew said of his projection for the Raiders to nab Williams. White is the perfect fit for this Steelers defense. He can do everything exceptionally well. Bleacher Report's Matt Miller went even deeper with his projections, making picks for all 7 rounds of the NFL Draft. Miller had the Cincinnati Bengals selecting White with the number 11 overall pick before the Steelers grabbed Williams with the number 20 pick. Los Angeles Rams quarterbacks coach Zach Taylor is expected to become Cincinnati's new head coach after the Super Bowl, which makes it seem likely the front office is intent on keeping Andy Dalton, Miller said. Taylor will be tasked with bolstering Dalton's game while giving the offense a boost and getting the most of Joe Mixon and Tyler Boyd. That leaves the biggest need for Cincinnati on defense. Speed is a huge need at the linebacker position, even with Malik Jefferson coming back from an injury in 2019 and figuring to be an impact player at one spot. Devin White would give the Bengals not just speed but instincts, toughness and playmaking skills at middle linebacker. The former prep running back has worked himself into one of the best linebackers college football has seen since Miles Jack and Jalen Smith were running down plays. The first cornerback comes off the board at no. overall, which might seem impossible, but the group of corners in this year's class is not particularly strong at the top. Each of the cornerbacks being considered in round 1 comes with concerns, which is why Greedy Williams is available here. A 6 feet 3 inches cover man with excellent length, Williams has to prove at the NFL scouting combine that he can run with pro receivers. If he can do that, he'll be off the board way earlier than this. The Steelers seem to have missed on Artie Burns in 2016 and still have a need for a starting outside cornerback. Williams' size, instincts and ball skills are exactly what the team must add as it transitions in the secondary. Miller went on to project junior defensive tackle Ed Alexander as a 4th-round selection, going no. 126 overall to the Los Angeles Rams, who already have one former LSU player on the defensive line in Michael Brockers. He then pegged Foster Moreau to come off the board to the Philadelphia Eagles in the 7th round.